We got a special guest with us, Rashee Rice, and we jump straight into this, man. We don't beat around the bush. How does it feel? Number one, congrats on your victory yesterday. Hard fought going against a really good defensive team. May not be a good overall team, but I'm gonna get straight into it. How does it feel that you're 13 games into your rookie season and you the number one receiver, bro? You ain't gonna. You the number one receiver on that team as a rookie with Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback. How does that feel?
Um, for like it feel good just because my whole life, like high school, college, for the first 3 years of each career, each stage, each chapter for football, like I had to sit behind people and just like be patient until it was my turn. And it helped me, learn how to be patient, learn how to face adversity, even though I knew, I needed to be on the field. But when I got here, I know I got a great quarterback. I know they ain't draft me for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like if they came and give me that early, I know Pat had something to do with that. And I really just wanted to come in, have an impact right away. Wasn't necessarily thinking about being a starter right away. I was just trying to get on the field. Like it's the NFL, everybody good. So I'm trying to see, what the competition gonna be like when it get real. Man, I just kind of took advantage of each week and like took advantage of me being a fast learner. So taking everything I took from the meetings to the field as soon as I could, or if I'm running a route wrong in practice, like fixing the smallest thing that Pat or Trav tell me to fix. And as soon as I fix that, and it's good time with Pat, I know that as soon as we run in the game, Pat trusted because we ran in practice and we perfected it.
Now, you said, they came and got me early, so Pat had something to do with that. Speaking of Pat, when both of you guys being from Texas, how did that work out prior to the draft? How did that come together? And when you did work out with him, did you really think like, man, I hope they draft me just for working out with him?
So, I mean, it all really started because my old quarterback, Shane Buechele, he was my quarterback at SMU. So he was in at TCU, my old coaching staff from SMU as well. And they was just, training, doing what NFL guys do, just staying in rhythm, staying at the float, staying in shape. And Shane told me to, come in there, catch routes and stuff. And I didn't even know Pat was going to be there. I didn't know Trey Lance was going to be in there. I'm just showing up to get some work in, with some other receivers and my old quarterback because I ain't seen him in a while. And then I walk in, Pat got a guy out there in Fort Worth that he warmed everybody up. Like we were just a full team in there. We got some routes going and everything. And then it was just like, I knew I wasn't running the routes, like as if I had repetition like all the other receivers, but I knew I was running the routes like I could, once I really get this stuff down and understand what he want out of this route, then I can run the route the best right now. And I'm just thinking like, every time he throw me a ball, just, show him I can catch and show him I know how to run a route like a veteran receiver right now. And the fact that I showed him like, I'm confident right now before he even had to say anything to me probably gave him like a huge, not necessarily a giveaway, but just kind of more confidence in me just because he know that he could teach me something, real fast and I can switch it up for him.
When week 13, actually 14 now, when did it click? What week was it that it clicked where you felt comfortable, and not with you feeling comfortable, with Pat, Andy Reid, Matt Nagy feeling comfortable making you that starter and now the number one receiver? Which week do you think that transition took place?
I think it. I mean, I knew they knew I was a playmaker, in Germany and stuff like that. But I think it really took off against the Raiders. I didn't really catch that game. I didn't catch a route past probably like 10 yards, and I had like 100+ yards. I scored on a touchdown, shallow. Just that was the first time I got to show my speed. I'm running full speed with the ball in my hand. I didn't get caught from behind. Scored a touchdown, and then it was a game that we was down 14-0. So for me to come out second half and just be explosive and really just not fold under the pressure that, we was already kind of in the losing situation. I feel like that's when they was like, all right, we got our guy. We kind of got a guy that, really loves football. And he's really not going to let nothing, get to him and get between him and his game right now. So I kind of feel like that's when they took that step.
Did it bother you? We all watch TV, we on social media. Did it bother you where, oh, the Chiefs receivers aren't good? Oh, they dropped so many balls. Being a receiver on that team, you got to be like, bruh, it ain't me. Did that bother you that everybody was kind of getting lumped into the Chiefs receivers or letting the Chiefs and Mahomes down?
To be honest, it didn't bother me. I know that, people got their opinions on like if the receiver room is good, if they're not good. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's hard. Everybody's good in the NFL. It's hard to win in the NFL. And, football is football. Nobody's gonna have a perfect game. And I feel like each week we just try to, fix some in our own room just so we can, get better. But I don't really look into the media, to be honest with you. Like when the media comes up to me asking me about certain situations, certain teams, I'm just like, I mean, they got a good defense. I don't really know. It's just, to me, it's another football game, another opportunity, and it's just another man, in front of me. He got to feed his family, I got to feed mine. So it's just another game.
Man, I gotta ask you this because I'm being a receiver. Let's go back to the Bills game. Game's almost over. Y'all score a touchdown. They throw a flag for offsides. After the aftermath of Tony being clearly offsides. I mean, we receivers, bro. When you line up, we're gonna look at the ref. Once you make eye contact, if you pat, he gonna back up or scoot up. He gonna tell you that. After that took place, and then you go into yesterday, and ball goes off his hand. It's an interception. The last 2 weeks, what has the receiver room been like in the locker room as far as the support for Kadarius Toney? Because not many are going to say, and you can't blame one play on the loss, but those are plays that a guy should make. And you guys win yesterday, and Mahomes gets to the bench, and you can tell he's frustrated. How has it been being in the same room with Toney with the mistake that he's made, particularly against Buffalo, and then the ball going off his hands yesterday?
To be honest, I feel like just from us, hearing that we ain't got a good receiver room and stuff like that, it just kind of make it easier for us to lean on each other and not be, the people that's bringing each other down because we already got that on the outside. So as long as our room is tight, then we're not really worried about it. We know that he knows that he should have made the catch, you know what I'm saying? And, we didn't lose the game. So when we get to practice, we're going to be heavy on, catching the ball with your eyes. Like even, I'm a rookie, but I got to start being a little more vocal. But just little stuff like I work every day, catching tennis balls so I can really, lock in on, catching with my eyes. But, some players probably don't really focus on, all the fundamentals because, everybody got talent. But obviously, it's talent and it's work ethic. The work ethic really keep you in the NFL. And I'm learning that early.
How is it, Andy Reid? Andy Reid was one of the best coaches when I was playing. I'm not playing, and he's still one of the better coaches. How is it with his creativity? For instance, everybody's in the three-point stance, snaps the ball to the back, hands it to this. How is it when every Wednesday, you get the game plan and we're going through the new plays to see what we have and am I involved? How is it being a rookie, being with Andy Reid and just the creativity that he has offensively?
It's great. Honestly, I'm real happy that he feels like he can be creative with me because that just shows him that he trusts me to, learn the base plays, but also learn the situational plays and on top learn the trick plays that we got going on. And for me to be involved in all that, it shows that, I take real pride in, learning what I'm supposed to do and being able to show up to work and, show that I know what I'm doing. But I mean, it's cool just because he coached a lot of great players like Deshaun Jackson. He was my, one of my favorite receivers when he was at the Eagles. So when I grew up in North Philly, like I was a huge Eagles fan, Coach Reid fan, and then just somehow like I ended up, being able to play under Coach Reid. So I'm just trying to take advantage of that right now.
You 246 yards away from having 1,000 yards as a rookie.
Mm.
Was that a goal? And how important is it? Because you're so close to getting that 1,000 yards of wanting to accomplish that. But was that a goal prior to your rookie season? Like, I want to get 1,000 yards. But now that being so close, is it something that you want to accomplish?
Yeah. So when we was at the combine, you talked to us and you was like really write your goals down. So I actually, talked to my agent. I wrote some goals down. Obviously I wanted 1,000-yard season. I wanted, I'm trying to set the bar high, try to get 5+ touchdowns, and then also put, go to the Pro Bowl, if not Pro Bowl, in the Super Bowl. So it's just like, I'm clearing milestones, but it's not really, I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but it's just good other people see what's going on, but to me, for myself, like I'm not even scraping, touching the surface of where I really want to be with this.
Obviously, you're a rookie, and I don't know how they do in Kansas City. You've been hazed, rookie dinner where they hit you on the head. Any stories to where you like, wait, this this is what they doing here? Hey.
When we first started, Coach Reid was like we don't do none of the rookie hazing, but I did have the rookie dinner at Ocean Prom. Wasn't nothing too crazy, to be honest, and it was just really a good time.
How much they get you for? How much they get you for?
It was I'm gonna keep it a bug. It was like 8 bands, but I got vets around, so to be honest, like they just scared me with the check, and then one of our vets, MVS, he actually paid for that dinner for us. So it was just like some activity for real. We ain't do no rookie hazing for me.
I mean, that's how it was for me too. When I was a rookie,
Yeah.
we didn't really have hazing at all. I don't think my personality would have been fit for it. And so all the rookies that came in, because I didn't get hazed, we didn't haze them. Right. And so I think it was a little different. But situation I was in was real dysfunctional compared to what you're in. Short career thus far, your rookie season. Who's the best DBs that you faced thus far?
Pat Surtain, real patient. He a long guy and he's fast. So you gotta be on your like all 10, like as far as running routes with him. You can't give no indicators. And then there's a lot of good guys. To me personally, I feel like if a guy's guarding me and he don't got size, then it's not a matchup. Just because I'm not worried about somebody having speed, because when it comes to me being on the field and our running back got the ball, I'm giving you work because I'm blocking you. Now you worry about me coming to block you, and now I'm running the route. So it's like I can get in your head a lot of different ways, and I feel like that's why I feel like I'm a complete receiver. Like I feel like I got speed, I got hands, and when it comes to blocking, I get in there if I got to.
Now, me being a fan of football, when I watch the Chiefs and I watch Mahomes, obviously in his young career, one of the best quarterbacks to ever play already, but he didn't show a ton of emotion. And now this year, you guys lose to the Bills. You can tell he's pissed off, trying to go at the ref. Obviously, you see the aftermath of what he says to Josh Allen. Fast forward, you guys play the Patriots. Ball goes off Tony's hand. He's on the sideline. He's upset. Does this surprise you to see this emotion, or is this something you guys always see, and us as viewers, we just don't see much of that because he's always contained? Because for me, I'm surprised. How is it for you and the team when Mahomes shows that type of emotion?
To be honest, me personally, I love when he show that emotion, because he got a strong love for the game. He loves to be the best, and he likes to show up, and he likes to show everybody that he's the best. So when there's certain stuff like that, little mistakes, of course he's gonna get frustrated. And even if, something happened on my end, of course I get frustrated. It's just the love we got for the game. But like you seen yesterday, it's about how you come back and finish the game. And also, like, when, you know, if I mess up, Pat or Chad, they coming to me, they send something to me, you know, keeping my head up. And it's the same for Pat. Like, Pat's so good that a lot of people just expect him to be 100% like he's, you know, immortal. Like he's just the only, you know what I'm saying? Like the best athlete in the world. So he got to show up and be that person for everybody every time they see him. But it's like he does this every day, and y'all see him like once a week maybe on TV. Like y'all don't really know everything that's going on with the whole process, with the step by step. You know, this is a whole marathon type of season, and I just feel like when he gets, you know, in moments like that, we just, you know, go up to him, be like, "You good, 1-5, like clear it." And then as soon as it's a new job, we like let's get out here. You feel me? Like let's get it. Let's start right here when we in the huddle, and then, you know, like it just be like as soon as he throw me the ball, like I'm just trying to make sure I make a catch because I'm giving him his confidence back. He got to complete passes to, you know, gain his momentum back, and we got to make catches to gain the whole offensive momentum back.
Let's rewind a little bit. I'm sitting here thinking, what was Rashee Rice draft process like? The training? Are there some things that I wish I had done this, or are there some things that you did do and you're like, I probably didn't need that? Going through the draft process and now in your rookie season, what was that like, and anything you would have taken out or added?
The draft process, it was cool. I was training in Fort Lauderdale at XVE, so I got to get away from Texas for a little bit just to lock in on, you know, getting better. And then I was around like a lot of good guys like um, Josh Downs, Jordan Addison, Tank Dell, all my boys. Like I was with the best receivers in the class to me, so I just felt like being around, you know, those guys kind of, you know, showed me, even though I was at a smaller school, me and Tank, it was just like, all right, we with these guys, we all doing the same thing. It's just like it was a lot of politics and stuff going on with the school and with colleges, but we all the same, we all on the same grind. After that, it was just like only thing I wish I didn't do as much was like it was a hard process for me picking the agent because I picked the agent, I fired the agent, I picked another agent, he went to another agency, so I had to uh go to another agency again. Wasn't like in that agency. So all in all, I ended up going to the, you know, the agency that I should have went with like off rip, but I just didn't go because I didn't want to look like I was following like, you know, my teammate that just had left, you know, the year before. Like I just wanted to make my own footsteps instead of following somebody that was already at an agency just because we was cool or something like that.
That I will say that's a hard process.
Yeah.
I'm actually helping some receivers now decide what to do,
Yeah.
and you go where you're going to be comfortable and go where they're going to take care of you. But that process, if you don't have anybody to help you along the way, you don't have anybody to talk to, you really don't know what to do because it's a first for you. And
Right.
so the entire draft process can be draining.
And then,
Um, and then the agents may be putting pressure on you. Oh, you got to make sure you're doing this. You got to make sure you're doing that. But you said, me and Tank, I worked with Tank. I've worked with Josh Downs. And coming from a smaller school, how is that when you come from an SMU or like Tank did at Houston? Is it, oh, let me see what these guys look like that went to the Clemsons, the Alabamas, or when you say Josh, the North Carolinas? How do I match up with those guys? Is it always that curiosity of I want to get on the field with them just to see how they look?
with the wide receivers, it wasn't that. It was, you know, a lot of teams worry about my speed. So I knew those were like the speed guys. So I knew if I could run with those guys, then that wouldn't be a question as far as the, you know, when the time to get drafted in the combine. But I feel like when it comes to me getting on the field with those with guys like that, it was me going to the senior bowl, the Reese's Bowl, and first day I'm out there, it's just like I see South Carolina, I see LSU, and I'm like damn, like these the SEC schools right here. Like, I mean, it's time to lock in, and all the coaches out there on the side, the scouts, you know, they watching one-on-ones and everything like that. So I just hit another mode. You know, I get in the one-on-one bag, and I'm out there balling. It's just like the whole time I'm thinking like, yeah, SMU, everything happened for a reason. I went to SMU, but I don't know what was telling me in my head that I couldn't, go to a big school and compete with those guys. But I just seen a lot of guys from, high school go to big schools just because of the name, and they fell in love with where they were at, instead of like the journey that they were taking. Because I want to get to,
And now they watching you, right?
yeah,
They watching you now.
I want to get to NFL. Yeah.
And
Yep.
that's ultimately the goal. Now, you spoke of earlier, Deshaun Jackson, one of your favorite receivers growing up. Who else? Give me 5 receivers in the process of you growing up that you really enjoyed watching, that you took something from their game and tried to add to yours.
Yeah, Devontae, obviously his releases. Even my college coach told me that like my body was built like him. So I kind of locked into his releases as much as I could. I was actually on the sideline, like watching him in the game, you feel me, trying to take it. If he would have did something that I liked in the game, I probably would have tried it right in the
Like, I'm
game.
gonna try next series.
For next series, yeah. But yeah, Devontae, Deshaun Jackson, obviously, speed guy. Julio Jones. I just like the way he was aggressive. Like his burst out of any, when he got the ball, top of route, anything like that. The first 10 yards, that burst, I feel like that's where I kind of translate him into my game, because I just like try to explode off the ball. And then obviously, DeAndre Hopkins, he got the hands. Like, I mean, if the ball coming his way, he gonna make the catch. So I feel like just trying to put his game to mind, having the confidence in my hands like him. And then obviously, growing up, Larry Fitzgerald. That's the first reason I wore number 11, because I played for the when I moved to Texas, my first team I played for was the Cardinals in Pee Wee football. So I started watching Larry Fitzgerald a lot. But at the time, I was young, so I was looking at the number. I was like, number 11, who the best number 11? You know what I'm saying? So Larry Fitzgerald, and then I'm watching Julio.
All right. So you got a Chiefs rookie record already, 7 touchdowns already. The way you're climbing, you could pretty much put this record out of reach for a while. Was that something that you thought was possible? Like, oh, I'm going to the Chiefs. Well, or is it a product of, man, I just worked my ass off to get here? And where do you want to be at the end of the season when it comes to yards, touchdowns, catches?
When I got drafted, I wasn't thinking about no records, nothing like that. I was thinking about being able to learn the offense, because they said this was a hard offense for rookies to, learn. Rookies usually don't play under Coach Reid and stuff like that. So I took that to heart. So I locked in on the plays and make sure I knew what I had to do when I touched the field. And then just me learning the offense and repetition kind of built confidence, so I could start trying stuff in the middle of my routes, or just knowing like maybe if I give a little stutter right here and then run the basic, I'll be in the middle of the field as soon as Pat looks to the middle of the field, he go through his reads, I'm gonna be right there. Just knowing the timing as far as when the quarterback's gonna throw the ball. But I don't really like the record's cool. The record's is great, but that's like that's a personal thing right now. That's just for me, and we won the game, so that was cool. The best thing about that was winning the game. I'll continue to lock in. I'm trying to score every game, even if I could score, multiple times in one game. Like I'm not worried. I wasn't worried about touchdown number 7, and I'm not necessarily too worried about 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Like I'm trying to get to the Super Bowl. Like I'm trying to win. I ain't gonna lie.
Before we let you go, because you on the Chiefs, I gotta ask you this. I gotta ask you. You met Taylor Swift yet?
I've seen her, but I didn't go up to her like can I get a picture and nothing like that, because like those guys like Trav, Pat, like those guys invite us out because they know that we're the only guys that see them every day and see them as for who they really are, and not just like, bro, you a superstar football player. Like, nah, it's just Pat, it's just Trav. And like I wouldn't go up to another dude girl and be like, bro, I get a picture with your girl. Like,
Nah, I would never. Nah.
right.
Like, I don't give a damn who it is. Taylor Swift, Beyonce, never. Right. I'm never doing that.
Right. Maybe if my girl was there, I'd be like, babe, like, can we get a picture with the girls together or something? But I don't got nothing to do with that. But I'm happy for Trav, and she's real good, like support, with the team, and she brought a lot more fans to the team too.
So that's a good thing. But you have yet to
Really
hey,
just
what's up? I'm Rashee. I'm Taylor. How you doing? Type of thing. None of that.
none of that. I haven't really talked to her. Nope.
No, that's 100%. And we not. I'm not gonna fan boy out on yo lady. Nah, I'm
Yeah.
not doing
You
that.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But nah, man, I appreciate you locking in with us. Go get these 200. Hey, make sure you let Pat know. Pat, I'm 246 yards away, bro. 246.
He knows what's up right now. I threw the ball down after the touchdown. He picked the ball up and brought it to me. I'm like, oh yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
remember that he did. He went and got the ball. I watched. Yeah, he did hand it to you.
Touchdown, he did that yesterday. So he be knowing more than me for real. Like he be like to know all that stuff.
So yeah, that's good, bro. Again, wish you the best in the playoffs, man. Stay healthy. Go break every record. You got a chance. You got one of the best quarterbacks. And as a rookie, you the number one receiver. As a rookie, I was inactive half the games. Shit. You walk into the locker room, damn, I ain't got no jersey on my shoulder pads. I ain't playing today. I'm inactive. And so for you to be in a position you in at such a young age, playing the way you're playing at such a young age, man, nothing but props. Give you credit. I appreciate you joining me today, man. Again, good luck the rest of the season, bro.
But appreciate you for having me.
Yes, sir.